also heard from the press conference after the game, Tuchel was saying how Werner was maybe sensitive, and how
Oh yeah,
in front of goal,
Yeah.
and how a lot of strikers can be like that.
Was what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
About,
It sounded a bit, but he sounded a bit positive. He sounded a bit positive when he was saying that.
He turned that negative kind of like questions from the reporter into a positive, and he's like saying, he'll get his goal. He's sensitive, but there's loads of sensitive strikers out there, though. There's Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic.
I feel like those players are actually very mentally strong.
Oh yeah.
So actually, I don't know if I would put them in the same.
Upset when they miss a chance, though, isn't it? Every strike. I think most strikers do that. Actually, most strikers get upset when they miss a golden chance or glorious chance. And
I just think it's really curious with Werner. Just really curious to see when it is actually going to happen for him. Because I literally have no idea. It doesn't seem like it ever will, to be honest. But obviously, it's got to at some point.
But what I don't get is that he had the brilliant start this season, though. He was scoring quite a lot of goals at the start of the season, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he scored quite a few at the start.
And then it just. I don't know how he veered off. I don't know if it was because Lampard.
I think he's getting chances. He's
putting in a position where he didn't want to play. Was that the case, or was it? I don't feel that he.
No, I personally don't think it was down to his positioning. I don't think that was it, really. I think everyone made too much of the fact that Werner
had chances.
Isn't his best position. It's the actual chances he got. Like he's trying. He's always a trier. He gets in those positions. I think everyone was making too much of a big deal though about he's not playing in his best position. That's why he's not doing so well. I just didn't buy into that really. It wasn't that much of a case that people made it into.
If you're getting chances, in front of goal and you're not taking them, then it's not so much about the positioning really that you have to worry about.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
it's the fact that he's not taking his chances. In that game today, he I think I saw one chance he had. The ball came in on the floor towards him from the wing inside the box, and he just fluffed it. He just hit it against his own leg or something. And it just looks like a player who is not confident in front of goal.
Yeah,
he's just overthinking things. And I think that's a problem that he has. And I think he needs to talk to someone or something.
Again, do you think that's like
it feels like he did.
Lacazette and then Woodard?
Well, Lacazette has obviously gone through periods where he hasn't scored, and he's come out of them. I feel like he feels a bit lonely in this team, despite the fact, I know in the FA Cup game when, what's his name, Abraham scored and Abraham celebrated with Werner. I just still feel, from Werner's perspective, he feels a bit of a loner in this team.
Okay.
I feel like he feels a lot of players don't trust him. I feel every single chance that he gets and he doesn't score, he feels an extra added pressure from fans, from the media, and from his own team, and also from himself. And it's just not helpful. He needs to find a way to clear his mind when he's playing. It's not easy, but he needs to find a way to just clear his mind and just play football. That's all he needs to do. He just needs to clear his mind and play football.
Exactly, yeah. We alluded to this before as well, the fact that they don't have their families to go back to because of the whole restrictions and everything, I think we alluded to that before. I think it plays a slight part as well. It's sort of a psychological thing. But, on your point about Werner not being part of the team, I do see him being part of the team in the celebrations. I don't know how much I'd agree with that, really, him being lonely in the team. I think he might be lonely outside, maybe he's, in terms of the game, he's all there. But maybe when, after the full-time whistle goes, he is very alone, perhaps. But I'm just not really sure how it's all happened. But it could all.
Has he not brought his family over?
Sorry.
Is his family in Germany then?
Not sure, but it just begs the question. I don't know if they are, to be honest. I know that Kai Havertz, I think he hasn't got any family over here. But it was still speculation, so we don't know the facts.
Would you think Havertz and Werner though would have got kind of friendship though, coming from the same league?
But it's kind of hard to have a relationship outside of football with people that aren't your family in today's society, and I feel like those rules still apply to the players. So for a lot of relationship building and stuff like that is not really happening for players in the last few transfer windows when they've come over into different teams. I feel like that also might have been an effect on Willian. You know, I feel like that's something we didn't really touch on him, but he's had a confidence issue outside of the team. You know, he might not be speaking to anyone because he might not be allowed to with the same regulations we're all following.
Yeah,
he might be only allowed to talk in a training session, but there's only so much you can really build a relationship like that. You know, we're talking about professional football here, and every little thing has a huge difference, I feel.
Yeah.
I also just wanted to ask you guys. His form's really, really not up to scratch. What do you do in training for him?
Werner.
Yeah, with Werner.
What do you do not just Werner, but for a player who's a striker and who's just not scoring? What do you do in training? Surely you have to do something different for him, right?
Well, I think what I would do would, you know, motivate him. Just go do some shooting drills.
He must be already doing that though. I mean, he must be doing that as a striker.
Well, yeah, but maybe like extra different shooting drills.
I think man management is the key, really, Skanda, to answer that. I think man management, is the key. I think he must be doing all the right things in training, like the right drills, shooting drills, passing with the team and stuff like that. I think that's all kind of like it comes with a basic training session. Tuchel will know that, and I'm sure Lampard did as well. But I think it comes down to man management. I'm not sure exactly how, but Tuchel needs to just sit Werner down on his own and just really kind of get motivate him, trying to get to him personally and but in a good way, motivate him to really strive for these ambitions and just keep going with the team as well. I think they must be doing all the right drills, but it just comes down to man management.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Sorry. There was a picture of Arteta, Danny Ceballos and Odegaard when he just recently joined. There were just three of them just sitting down in a training ground, just talking.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it looked like they were sitting down and talking. This was obviously Odegaard's first training session for the club. It looked really, really good, that sort of man management of just talking to him and obviously talking to Danny Ceballos. He's obviously been at Real Madrid and everything, so maybe something like that. Is that what you're alluding to? Like you say, you need to sit down and talk to him. I feel like Arteta was doing is sort of trying in a way sort of make him feel more comfortable by having him and Ceballos with Arteta as they were just talking, maybe trying to ease him into the team.
Well, perhaps. And
I think that is good man management, and I think that every manager at a club, when a new player comes in, should do that. To sit down, talk to them, and be like, what do you need to do? It's like, I think that's what every good manager does. For example, Solskjaer. I think Solskjaer is very good man management, especially of Pogba recently. Probably also Rashford and Martial. I mean, especially last season, because he really got the best out of Martial and Rashford. But I think this season also a bit different now because Cavani's come in and we're not really playing our strikers I think not in their best positions at the moment. However, that's another story. But I'm just saying, the management.
Yeah, and also the extra work you take, off the training pitch. Like, I think you take someone like Ronaldo, for instance. I know he's like a real good example, but like Ronaldo, takes extra sessions. He always works on his free kicks. Always, like, he won't stop training. I think Werner just needs to. I don't know exactly how much work he's doing off the pitch, but maybe he just needs to, after training sessions, stay behind and practice a few drills, himself, or just with one other maybe. So more work could be done as well. But again, I don't know exactly how much work he does. But it's worrying because I think after the game today, I was speaking to my dad. He's also a Chelsea fan, and we were saying that like Chelsea might in the summer be looking for another striker. Because Olivier Giroud's getting old. Tammy Abraham's not up to scratch. I don't think he's good enough to be first team. And Timo Werner, he's struggling. It doesn't look like it could come to an end anytime soon. So I think Chelsea might be in for another striker come the summer.